Hey, everybody. This is Avi Penhollow, and this is the first time I've gone live on Substack. So, really, it's more of a test. I'm on my commute home, and I wanted to see how this works. And I want to get myself out of Facebook, Meta, the metaverse, primarily because it's really a cesspool. It's not as bad as Twitter or Truth Social, but it's so bad. And I find that Substack is a better platform and environment for sharing ideas in long form, meaning, yeah, you can share a meme, but more often than not, we're a collection of writers, thinkers. We appreciate nuance. And I'm exhausted, probably like many of you, with the news cycle, with the constant bullshit flooding the zone. Uh, that that's been the bane of our existence since 2016 and beyond. And I want to spend more quality time in reflection, in reading, and encountering others who do the same. Because it's so easy to get caught up in all the noise, doom scrolling, responding to people who really don't deserve a response. And of course, the algorithms are designed. Sorry for all the shaking. I'm on my commute home, but the algorithms are designed, the platforms are designed to outrage us so that we stay engaged. And I want my life, and I'm hoping that you do too, to be more engaged in purposeful engagement. And so taking a step back, that doesn't mean I won't post, of course, my Substack articles on social media. Of course not. Of course I will. But it also means that there needs to be an intentionality, meaning you have to discipline yourself. And we tell our children, I'm a teacher, so we're always telling our kids to, put their phones away, put their phones down, and, you know, and be more engaged. How many of us are engaging in the same antisocial behaviors? Because there's nothing more antisocial than, uh, reading a bunch of things that's going to piss you off. Of course, you want to also know what people are saying and what they're thinking. I think a lot of the reason we have some of the situations that we're dealing with right now are because of a lot of people are just sleepwalking through life, consuming uh, content that is rot, shit posting, and just bad quality. Every once in a while, it's nice to go and read something older. I just mostly recently finished a book. Well, I finished reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. I've moved on to The Rights of Man, and mostly I'm interested in reading one of the later works in his life, Age of Reason, and then Agrarian Justice. Uh, I'm just on a Thomas Paine kick lately, since so many people like to lay claim to the quote unquote founding fathers of the United States, but they don't really have any familiarity with them. Uh, uh, it's foreign territory for a lot of us when we really engage with the writings from another time. For example, some things will enrage you, but some things you'll realize, like, people really took their time to develop their ideas. Uh, and there's something to be said about that form of media. Now, I'm not a Luddite, and I'm not somebody who thinks that, oh, the emerging technologies are, rotting our brains. I mean, no, I don't think they're rotting our brains. It's just that we have to be trained in the first place to be critical readers, writers, and consumers of information. And it's one of the poorest aspects of our education system right now. And I can say that because I've been a teacher for 25 years in a variety of settings in 5 different states, including Hawaii, California, Colorado, Texas, and Missouri, of all places, where I did my doctoral work in languages and literacies for social transformation. We are not taught to be critical thinkers at all. And critical thinking is different from critical literacy. I'm not going to unpack that right now, but it will be the subject of a lot of the things that I plan to publish on my Substack. AviPenhollow.com goes directly to my Substack, and you're going to see a lot more of my unfiltered thoughts on a lot of things. Now, I'm also the co-founder of another Substack called the Proximity Portal, and that grew out of the spiritual tradition that I belong to, and it's a community of writers, of which I'm one, uh, reflecting on things from the spiritual views that I have and that I hold. AviPenhollow.com gives me a little more, or that Substack gives me a lot more lateral movement to be able to address things from the social and political and personal aspects of my life and creative. So if you've come across this and we don't know each other, it's nice to meet you. Um, and let me know who you are, and we will continue this conversation. This is my very first video on Substack where I've actually decided to pop on live just to see what it's like. And it feels good already. All right, take care.